All right, let's talk about AI. You're probably learning all about it, you're excited by the tech, and that's awesome. But let's get real for a second. You're also probably asking yourself, okay, how do I actually turn all this into, a real income? Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through the hype and build a practical roadmap to do exactly that.
Yeah, this is the big question, isn't it? We all see the crazy headlines, we mess around with the tools, but there's this huge gap between just playing with AI and actually making money with it. Our goal right now is to close that gap for you with a clear, actionable plan.
And the great news is, this isn't nearly as complicated as it might seem. This whole big world of monetizing AI really just boils down to one single decision you have to make right at the very start. And if you get this right, you're putting yourself on the perfect path from day one.
So here it is. This is the choice. You need to figure out your starting point. Are you on the creator path or are you on the builder path? Now, the creator path is for pretty much everyone. It's all about content, community, communication, that kind of thing. The builder path, well, that's for the more tech-savvy folks who want to get their hands dirty with code and build custom stuff. Let's start by digging into what it means to be a creator.
Okay, path number one, the creator. This is, hands down, the easiest and most direct way for almost anyone to start making money with AI. Seriously, you don't need to be a coder, you don't need a computer science degree, you just need to be a curious learner who's willing to share what you find. So what does a creator's journey actually look like? Well, it follows a really natural progression. First, you just start by teaching what you know, sharing what you're learning. That's how you build an audience. From there, you can start to package your knowledge into things like courses or guides. And as you grow, you can promote the tools you actually use and love. It all kicks off with that simple first step. Just teach what you know. Right, AI education. This is the bedrock of the whole creator path. And look, I gotta be clear. You absolutely do not need to be the world's foremost expert to get started. In fact, the real secret sauce here is your unique background. If you're a parent, talk about AI for families. If you're a marketer, talk about AI for marketing. That specific perspective is your gold mine. That's what people are looking for. Okay, so how does this teaching actually turn into money? Well, it's a journey. You start out making free content on social media. That's how you build your brand and show people you know your stuff. That visibility can lead to paid gigs, like corporate workshops or speaking events. As your name gets bigger, brand sponsorships start to come your way. But for many, the real end game is building your own thriving AI community.
And speaking of communities, we really need to pause on this for a second. Because moving from just posting content to actually building a community, well, that unlocks a completely different level of income. We're talking about structured, high-value potential that's honestly pretty mind-blowing.
Just look at this number, $50,000 a month. There are AI education communities out there right now pulling in that kind of revenue. This isn't just some side hustle. This is a full-blown business model, and it's built entirely on providing consistent, real value to an audience that trusts you. Okay, so that's the creator path. But what if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, that's cool, but I don't just want to talk about AI, I want to build with it. Well, that's where our second path comes in, the builder. This is for all of you who are ready to roll up your sleeves, get into the code, and create brand new things. For builders, you've basically got three main tools in your toolkit, three different ways to approach this. You can get into AI consulting and solve specific problems for businesses. You could try white labeling, which means adapting existing tech for a niche market. Or you can go for the big one, building your own AI applications completely from scratch. So first up, AI consulting. This is all about being a problem solver. You could be the high-level strategist who advises a company on their entire AI plan, or you could start an agency that actually builds custom automations. For example, imagine going to a law firm and building them an AI that sorts and summarizes thousands of legal documents automatically. You just saved them hundreds of hours. That is a very high-value service. Now, this next one, white labeling, is a really clever approach. It's kind of this smart middle ground where you don't have to build everything from zero. The idea is you take a base software, let's say a generic CRM, and you totally customize it for a specific industry, like for real estate agents. Then you pack it with unique AI features just for them, like an AI that writes property descriptions or scores leads. You become the go-to AI provider for that entire niche. And that brings us to the summit of the builder path, creating your own AI apps. Now, let's be totally clear. This is the hardest route. This is the Mount Everest of making money with AI. You need deep technical skills, or a great co-founder, or a good chunk of cash to hire a team. But the reward? Well, the reward is the biggest. You have the potential to build a product that solves a problem for millions of people. So we've laid out the creator path and the builder path. But now we have to talk about the single most powerful strategy of all. It's like a secret weapon, an accelerator that makes both of those paths 10 times easier, no matter which one you choose. It's the one thing that ties this all together. And this right here, this is the single most important takeaway from this entire explainer. The idea is that building a personal brand simply by teaching others what you're learning about AI on social media makes every single other thing we've talked about so much easier to pull off. So why is that so powerful? It's simple, really. When you teach people consistently and give them value, you're building the three most critical assets you can possibly have: trust, authority, and an audience. People start to trust you, they see you as an authority, and suddenly you have a built-in audience for whatever you decide to do next. And you can see how this plays out in the real world, right? A consultant who also teaches online doesn't have to hunt for clients. Clients start coming to them. A builder who's creating a new app doesn't launch to silence, they launch to an excited community of early users. It really proves that education fuels every other part of the monetization engine. So the crucial point, the main thing I really want you to walk away with, is this. It doesn't matter what your long-term goal is, whether you see yourself as a creator or a builder. The single best thing you can do starting today is to simply start sharing what you're learning about AI. That one act is the launchpad for everything else. So there you have it. You've got the roadmap, you know the two paths, you've got the ultimate accelerator. The only question left is the one on your screen. Where are you going to begin?